second season, first episode of Superhero Junkies! Yeah! Throw your thongs at me, I don't care, I'll take it all day long. Hey! I want to welcome you guys back. I want to thank you for supporting Superhero Junkies. Today's episode is a very special episode. How many of you have seen Guardians of the Galaxy? I thought so. Okay, there was one character in Guardians of the Galaxy that you probably remember. He was a bit sensitive. Do you remember who it was? Who? It was Groot. Do you remember Groot? Of course you do. I am Groot. Well, we spoke to Groot himself. Vin Diesel coming up next. Oh my God!
Initially, I hadn't heard much about the character of Groot. And Marvel had sent over a book of conceptual art and said, we have this really, really interesting and great idea, and we want you to take a look at it. And they sent over the book of conceptual art, a big book. And I am coming home after being at the office, and I go to see my kids. And I open up the book to the double truck image, and I say to the kids, what character do you think they want Daddy to play? And I expected, you know, the cool gun character or the big muscle character. They chose the tree. They immediately pointed at the tree. And I thought there was something interesting about that. I thought that this character has the potential to touch people in a way, to reach people in a way that none of the other characters I've ever played before have. I'm lucky because there is such a great ensemble cast. The actors in the movie, the acting in the movie, the portrayal of characters is so fun that it was kind of, you know, in some ways easy for me to play off of what I was watching on screen. I had the luxury of being able to see their performances and reactions, and I was able to either answer their performance or set up their performance. And really interesting experience. It's a really interesting experience, and I'm really kind of so grateful that so many minds, so many great creative minds came together to work on a character. I've always fantasized about learning every single language in the world and bringing the intonations and nuances to each territory, to every theater in the world. That's our fantasy, right? If you're going to go and see a movie that I've made in any theater, you will feel what I hope to bring to that experience. We have people, language coaches from all over the world that have been in the booth via phone, satelliting from Russia, from China, from Brazil, from France, from Mexico, and they're all kind of listening to every single take, and they're hearing how precious we are about every single take. And there's a certain process because you want to learn the correct way to pronunciate something, like the correct way to pronounce in whatever language, I am Groot or whatever, and then you want to kind of dirty it up without losing the translation. So you want to kind of, there's the second part of it. Once you know how to say it, how do you beat up the line to allow the line to accommodate each specific scene? When you're watching the movie, you see the expertise of Marvel. And at the same time, you feel like you're on this explorer's vessel going into new territory. The character is feels like it's filled with promise and mystery. And it feels like there's something. It feels like the audience is going to be with Groot for a long time. Because just his presence promises some kind of wisdom that if we stick around, we'll get.
Next up on Hot TV, we talk about Gotham, The Flash, and Doctor Who. Hot TV, where there's no need for underwear. Welcome to Hot TV. I'm here with Walter Doty, our superhero correspondent. Hey. All right, first up, we're going to talk about the new Doctor, Peter Capaldi. Doctor Who. Doctor Who. Who? All right. So, what do you think of this new Doctor, Walter?
One word. Old.
He is old. He's old. I like him. I think he's a great actor. I'm concerned about the scripts. I'm concerned that the stories aren't as good as the Matt Smith episodes, David Tennant episodes. That some of the stories we've seen before, and you know, I'd like stronger scripts. When we saw Day of the Doctor. That was a great episode.
It was a great episode.
It was great, and I expected something close to that for the first episode of the Doctor Who series.
But this Doctor is not bringing. He just doesn't have the same energy that Tennant had or Matt Smith had.
I thought it would be darker from the beginning, sort of a different type of feel than Matt Smith. It just seems like right now I can't tell if it's getting darker or if he's going to be just the way Matt Smith was, just an older Doctor. But it definitely needs some work in the script department. That's what I think.
It feels like I'm watching my grandfather.
Oh!
They make old jokes in every episode. They made an old joke in the most recent episode.
It does feel
the Robin
like,
Hood character called him a skinny old man.
It does feel like
in the show. Yeah, so it's not just me, people.
It does feel like Doctor Who might take out his dentures in the middle of talking to Clara. Okay, Clara. All right, now what about you saw The Flash in Gotham at San Diego Comic-Con?
Yep. It was awesome.
Okay, let's talk about The Flash. Tell me what you think is good, what you think is bad in The Flash.
I love The Flash. It's a superhero story. It's kind of like Smallville. It's his beginning. You see him get his powers, but unlike Smallville, he puts on the suit right away.
Okay.
And pretty much starts fighting crime. It's got a little bit of the CW, what I call CW stank on it. You know, there's a little bit of a...
Do you love me? Why don't you love me? Oh, maybe we'll get together sometime. Will it be soon enough? Who knows? Maybe. I don't know.
Well, he's in love with the girl, and she's in love with someone else, so it's that kind of thing.
Why can't they all die? That's what I want to happen. I want all those people to just die, and I want them to run fast and fight crime, which is what the show should be about.
But I saw the pilot. The pilot was entertaining. It was good. The costumes kind of... You saw the costume.
The costume, I liked the look of the costume, but I thought the leather pants were just a little bit... You know, how can you run in leather pants? How can you even walk in leather pants?
Looks like he's wearing skinny jeans.
Yeah, it's like skinny, like he's a punk rocker Flash. You know, skinny jeans, like maroon leather skinny jeans.
Flash is the only character that actually could wear spandex and get away with it.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a runner.
Supposed to run fast, and that's what runners
like
wear.
One of those running leotards that you see the runners wear. It'd be perfect, but they say they're going to adjust the costume during the course of the show, so you know, so that'll get better. But it's good. Thumbs up for The Flash.
Just
Can't wait.
You know, just
episode 2.
Get rid of the romantic love interest triangle crap. No one wants to see that. We just want to see the fighting, crime, all that stuff. Now Gotham looks darker, not as much love interest garbage.
Oh, not at all.
Okay.
Gotham's dark. It's stylish. It's got this kind of almost retro feel to it. I really liked Gotham. My one concern is that I wonder how it's going to carry through episode after episode, because there is no Batman.
Right. There's Bruce Wayne, but he's like 10 or something.
Yeah, he's 10 or 12 years old, so it's basically Jim Gordon's story. So it depends on how interesting they make Jim Gordon. But I liked the pilot episode. It created a very dark, kind of weird world. You saw the Penguin, how he began as like a low-life kind of accomplice to another thug, and so you kind of see the way the evolution of the characters, like Catwoman and all that kind of stuff. So it's interesting, but it's still Batman without Batman. So
at some point they might have Batman. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, they say about 10 years. So so don't wait for that.
Don't miss the Superhero Junkies panel at Long Beach Comic-Con on September 27th, Saturday at 1 p.m. focusing on sci-fi. You better be there. We're giving out t-shirts, and I want to see you there.